let's say this first box up here, I'll just watch for now. It represents our test. And the second box, if you're going to take a test, like we were saying, if you're going to miss a problem or possibly miss a problem, might as well miss as few amount or minimal amount of points as possible. The only way you're going to do that is by showing your work. But the next thing you need to do is clean up your work. Because the cleaner it is, the more likely, whether it's me or another teacher, more likely they'll be less like annoyed, right? And you know, when I grade the papers, by the way, sometimes if I get annoyed, I just walk away and I don't say, oh, I hate that guy, here's that guy. I just walk away and say, okay, you're great. But if you guys, instead of annoying a teacher or doing whatever, the best thing to do is to make your work as clean as possible. So what I want you to do is take a scratch piece of paper. That's what this second piece is. So this would be your test. Y'all don't have to write this down. I'm just putting it down.
What if you can't show your work?
You can. You can always find some type of work to show.
Let's say, oh man, like.
You've got a test here, right? And you've got your scratch paper, and you're thinking too much into it right now.
Don't you usually give us space on the test to work? That's all I usually do. I got a 96 on it.
Yes, but here, hold your thoughts. There are some problems I show space. I get space. But there's some that, because I have like 35 problems, and if you think about it, those tests can have equations, right? And a lot of stuff, but it's still a bit sloppy. It can get sloppy. So the best thing to do is grab a scratch paper like this, right? You got your scratch paper. Promise this will help you out best. Wherever you go in life, and then it's a test that you don't have that work, this is what you're going to do. You're going to say, okay, well, I don't even know what to do all this problem. Let's just pretend you have the problem. Let's say I got problem number 1. I'm going to say this is problem 1, and this is my scratch paper enlarged right here, guys. This is my scratch paper enlarged. I'm just going to write on here. This is what I want you guys to follow me on, so you guys don't have a copy here. So problem 1, you guys are going to do 9 over 18. Now, guys, in your head, I know you can already solve this problem. It's really not a tough one to do. But just for simplicity's sake of scratch paper and learning how to do scratch paper, go ahead and say, okay, I'm going to simplify this, and that's really going to equal 1 half. And this is what you've shown me on your scratch paper. Is there more that you can do to show me more work on your scratch paper? Yeah, you could say, hey, you know what? I can divide both of these by 9 and cross them out. And now you just say, hey, I'm dividing by 9 here. You're just adding extra steps to let me know that you're dividing by 9 on both of these.
Or you could actually an arrow and above the arrow you can divide by 9.
Oh, man, you were a genius. Because arrows are what it's going to go to next. But here's what you would do from here. Because you're done with this problem almost. If you want to lose even less points on this problem, what I would do is box this answer. Because this is what happens. Sometimes people will solve their problems, and then they'll go to transfer this all the way back into the test, like so. And when they go and write it on the test, they end up writing like 1/3 or 1/4, because they're just really working real fast, right? And that doesn't make sense. Why do you use those points? So what you do is, I see the test, and I say, this guy got 1/3 on this answer. Okay, I'm going to go and check their scratch work and see if I can take off, rather than 5 points, maybe just half a point. Because I want to know, 1, did they know what they were doing, and 2, how did they get 1/3? So I come over here, and I say, hey, this guy got 1/2, and he boxed it out. I'm going to probably give you all the points, right? Definitely worth doing on step 8. So now you're done with this problem. So what you're going to do is border it somehow. Just create some nice little squiggly lines, but just create a border right here, where I know, hey, problem 1 is all within this border. So now you're going to go to problem number 2. And this one is going to be, what's that?
Tomorrow, I just have a question. Are we going to work more on the domain and the range?
I forget. Oh yeah, tomorrow's Thursday or Wednesday? Wednesday. Tomorrow's Thursday. We're going to work on these stuff.
Because I had today was easier, but I had a hard time because I got that vertical line saw that, or you know, like on our test, we gotta give us a shape, and then we're gonna have to see if it's function or not function. And then, are you gonna have to, ask us to show the domain and range?
Okay, so let's go, how much time do we have?
We have about 5 minutes.
5 minutes, I'm gonna wrap this up, maybe we'll get to one of those problems you had on there, okay? In fact, let's do that, let's say problem 2 is, give me a problem from that book that you would want to solve. Problem 2.
Couldn't you say that initially? So if the shape is closed, couldn't you say that it's functioned automatically? Like,
How about this one?
the shape would be closed, then couldn't you just say it's functioned automatically?
No, because if it's a closed shape and you run your vertical line test on a closed shape, you're gonna hit 2 points.
Exactly, so it would
It's not
not
be a function. Correct, but if the test said, how could you prove that, you would write vertical line test.
Number 14.
Number 14,
On the right page.
keep your finger right there. Let me see. Okay, so I've got this graph, right? Okay, and now someone might say, like Jacob, hey, this is a graph, how the heck am I gonna put that on my scratch paper? Real easy. Who's gonna do this? Doesn't have to be sloppy, it doesn't have to be super neat, but you're just making a quick representation of the graph. And now, and if I need to make this bigger or smaller, I can, it doesn't matter. I got that, and let's put a circle in. So, hey, the second notch on all of these guys equals 2 units. Now my third part, I've got to put a shape around it. I'm going to put a circle around this. Because it's not that big, is it? No, it's not a 3 on each of these. I don't know if I can make this as accurate. So let's pretend this is as accurate as that book, okay?
Okay.
Not really.
That looks pretty good.
Okay. So here's my shape here. Now, go to another color. If I were to run the vertical line test, the vertical line test, all I'm saying is, one, hey, if I just did the vertical line test here on the edge,
Are you gonna run right in your vertical line? Yeah.
well, I'm just creating a vertical line, right? You get it? I'm creating this vertical line. And I'm saying, hey, right here, it looks like right here at this very edge, oh yeah, it's a function, I only get 1 point.
Yeah,
But in reality, you're going to have multiple x's in different areas that you're going to want to run it again. So run it again, and you realize, hey, this vertical line here
meets
meets this x.
it's like 1.5.
X has 2 y's.
And how?
2 y's. Guys, remember, this is your scratch paper, too. So 2 y's. So it's not a function. You already know that. So let's write the domain and range of this.
Okay. So the domain would be, let's see, the domain would be x is greater than or equal to negative 3.
Yeah.
And x is also less than or equal to positive 3.
Yeah, because the domain is dealing with x values. So the domain here, I'm going to write my domain range right here. I'm just going to write D for domain and R for range.
And the range would be.
So I want to get my braces. I'm going to create my braces here, guys. Well, I guess I don't need it right now. Okay. So what I'm saying here is, let's just put x right down in the middle right here. And let's look at the x value on the furthest left, because if you really think of this shape, we're looking at x values that run from here all the way down to here, right? All of the x values within these 2 places. So my x values start at -3, so I'll say -3. Well, what way do my x values move from there? They move in a positive direction. So So x is greater or equal to -3. So if x is greater or equal to, since I'm talking about the x, the variable, x is greater than, I'm going to write it this direction. Does that make sense? Okay. However, if I were to really, okay, but to look at the other direction, guys, x is also on this side at +3, so x is what to +3? But for +3 here,
Less than.
so x is less than.
Or equal to.
Now look, these two shapes are the same, but I've said it two different ways. Right? So you see how I said it? Since x is on the right, I'm talking about x with -3, x is greater than, right? Or equal to. Okay. Now we're going to go, I'm going to change colors here and talk about the range.
Yeah, 1 more minute.
1 more minute, I'll wrap it up.
So they do it, you're gonna just do like where this is almost like a test. Do that. You're just gonna give us a shape and we're gonna find the
Possibly, yeah.
vertical line test.
So here's the next question. Let's find the range. So the range is talking about y values moving up and down. So the range here is at what values on the book there? I don't know.
-2.
It's -2.
So this is -2 down here. That's +2 right there. So let's put negative. Let's put y in the middle. -2 to the left because I'm talking about negatives, right? Well, -2 is down here. So our y's, what direction are y's moving? Down or up? The shape's moving down or up?
Well,
We're okay.
it's -2 is less than or equal to y.
To y, absolutely.
And then y,
Less than or equal to y.
y is less than or equal to positive.
So this shape, this line up here, this border. So y is less than or equal to.
I get it.
You getting it?
Mm-hmm.
Michael, how you feeling on that? Guys, this is recorded. If you guys want to hang around or come, you keep those. I want y'all to keep those as a reminder of scratch paper for, oh guys, I'm not done with this. What would I do at the very end once I'm done on my scratch paper? How would I, let's border this up real quick. That's what I'm going to do. So look here, bordering my problem up. Now I know that this is all of number 3 right here. Does that make sense?
I think it's supposed to be number 2.
Yeah, it should be number 2, but I wrote 3.
It's like a little line.
Oh, that is a 2. I didn't write a 3. You're a smart man, Jacob. All right, boys. Hey, have a good one. Come back if you want this video on your home folder on a flash drive. Do you guys have flash drives?
Not right now.
Okay.